another segment of AKT Celebrity Reads on Aaron Carter. Someone that's my fan, that love me and support me. Put my Cash App up, bitch. Hit my Cash App and make it wiggly wobbly wobbly. Then goddamn it, drop low to your ankles and make it clap. Goddamn it. Let me get into this. This is an Edemu spirit dealing with the Utuku. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but I'm going to put it in the description so you can look up these. These are what called it's called an Edemu. I might not be pronouncing it wrong or right. Edemu spirit, and it's from Utuku. Utuku is a group of spirits that are like ghosts or were not buried properly. So I don't, there might be some of what I saw on Aaron Carter when I see them coming out doing the sex orgies and getting real high on meth and heroin and drinking, because I also saw a part of them with demons he brought up Red Bull. And I remember the Red Bull commercials, but I could not find the Red Bull commercial I saw years ago where it looked like a baby devil or something with wings and it was black and red. I know I saw that for a Red Bull commercial a long time ago, and I think it might be a can or was a can of Red Bull that was black and red, because I saw the demon, the body was black as coal, black as midnight, but had red wings, some kind of red shoe on his foot sometimes, and red horns, white teeth and smiling, and one of them had a gold earring, pure gold, in the ear, 2 ears, and then one of them had one earring. It was a male, one earring in the left ear. And I looked up also another spirit that's called Lilith, which would be like offsprings of Lilith. I had to go back and get the complete names because that might be one, just Lilith, because they're male and female spirits. They said they're under demons. They're under Lilith, a male and a female one, and they're bisexual. And these are Babylonian, Sumerian, Chinese, and Hindu mythology and spirituality connected to these spirits with the Edemu, E-D-I. I don't know if it's D-D-I-M-U. I just saw it. I have to look it back up because I ran across and I asked them to tell me what they were and who they were. It's several groups of spirits. Some on him, some on his girlfriend. Didn't I tell you I saw a woman with him? I saw he with a woman and a man. I saw a baby. And I kept picking up a twin spirit. The same way I picked that twin spirit up with Young Dolph. He said it was yin and yang with his freaky ass. Young Dolph is a freak. God damn it. I seen the twins with Young Dolph. I seen the twins. Who else? I saw a twin connected to Young Thug, twin females, and I think his mother might be a twin or has 2 sisters that are twins, and some of her sisters. And I saw the twin spirit with Aaron Carter. Either he has a twin or one of his brothers and sisters is a set of twins. I saw that Aaron is still talking to me. I like him. And then I found out one of the reasons why, because he just don't give no fucks. He say it like it is, whether you like it or not. This is just me. You either accept it or not. And he's a Sagittarius. I think he has a birthday coming up. His birthday, I think, is in the beginning of December. So he'll be 33. I think, he'll be 35. He was 34. And what's odd is that 10 years ago, was it 2012, he lost a sister who was also a drug addict that fell where? In the shower. A water birth and water death, because we come through water. She left through water. She fell in the shower and hit her head or something, became unconscious, never woke up. I'm trying to remember how old she was, because I think the total of her birthday measures up to 7 and his death date measures up to 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. 4 and 3, 7. Was he 34? 7. And what was her? Because I saw her today. And they blamed him for her death. And he wasn't allowed to come to the funeral. Or he said he didn't want to go because he was blamed for her death. I don't know how it could be his fault if he wasn't giving her drugs, doing it with her. I read something saying he was supposed to give her more support. That's what a mother and father are for. He wasn't her mother and father, and he had several brothers and sisters. Why was this on him? It just seemed like he was treated like the underdog and the outcast. But I didn't see anywhere that it was him who got her on the drug. I think she might have been on pills, some kind of prescription pills or something. So I have to go back and look at her, how old she was. Well, excuse me, not the death date. Their ages, even though they were different ages, I think the age she physically died and the age he physically died, those two numbers added together end up being a 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's been saying a lot of things, and one of my girlfriends went and found the video where Macaulay Culkin was talking about the red shoes and the Pope. He mentioned one of the popes, and some of the high-ranking producers in the industry wear the red shoes that are made from the human skin of children. I'm sorry, did you all hear me? Water rituals. Okay, can you tell me how old she was? Does her numbers of her birthday end up being a 7, the same way the numbers of his birthday end up being a 7? Because I know he's 34, 4 and 3, 5, 6, 7. I think hers might add up to that too. Her age, her numbers of her age at the time of her death. Okay, Big Mar, thank you. I was going to get into some of the stuff he said. Some of it scares me. He's very smart. And somebody made a comment. I don't want to hear it because it really offended me. You know, why are you doing videos on this white boy? He ain't contributed to society. He ain't nobody. Let me tell you something. I don't judge by race. I don't just do readings on so-called Black people. Anybody that comes in here that is respectful to me and trusts me and wants to share information with me and to share with the people, I'm not going to refuse a reading based on race. That shit is stupid to me. And I'm sure whoever said it is one of the Black people. You clearly don't like whites or whatever. I don't dislike all white people. I'm sorry. I just don't judge by race anymore because some of you same Black people that come over here and only want me to do Black people readings, you don't support me and you don't donate to me. So you can't really tell me who I can and who I cannot read. And I don't look down on Aaron because he was a drug addict, because I understand why he is and how he got. I looked at some of the record labels he was with. I'm not sure, like I say, he might have been working on a new project or something if he had gotten himself clean or together, because I see it was people that still liked him and wanted to work with him. I don't know when his last concert or his last album or any shows he did singing in the past few years, but he was clearly very attractive and very talented, and his brother's very talented. I don't know if all the children could sing and dance, but he was very talented and attractive before he got, because I saw he got very, very thin and he looked sick, and I know he had some issues. I saw a video where he had all of his teeth replaced. He had them filed down and capped, and they look really good. But I understand with a lot of drug use like meth, coke, heroin, things like that, they start tearing up the body. And somebody put a comment in there, thank you. They said that he had kidney issues or dialysis because he was showing me needles going through his skin and the torso all into his major organs. And he said his internal organs were damaged, and maybe a lot of people didn't know that, or probably the people that were close to him knew, probably the public, everybody didn't know, but he started sticking the needles in the torso, in the sides, left and right side, and the back where I can see it. So it was like the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, the stomach, then he went in the back of the body, the kidneys, like all the major filters of the body, because the liver is like one of the biggest organs in the body. It's a big filter, and so are the kidneys and the bladder. And then you have to be careful what you put in the stomach and the intestine. He was saying he was abusing himself because he didn't like himself. He hated what he would see in the mirror, like those demons on him. They just vampired and used him and fed off of him. And then he went somewhere else. And he was talking to Nipsey. He said a lot of the same things that Nipsey told me, Eazy-E told me, Tookie Williams told me. And the reason he knows is because he was in the industry. He was at the industry party or private parties, and because he was a drug addict. And that's why I don't disrespect him, look down on him at all. Actually, I respect Aaron. Why? Because he's a genius. He's one of those types of people. Let me get into this right quick. I'm going to come back and do a reading on what Nipsey's telling me. Nipsey said right now it's raining coins. You want to buy silver, even if you don't buy nothing but a little bit. Get as much silver right now as you can, even if it's just little bits at a time, little bits a month or every month. Whenever you got a little extra money, get you some silver, because right now silver is hot to get. He said silver. Of course, he loves gold. He mentioned gold. Is it selenium that he said? Selenium, solarium, something like that. I got to book. You look, make sure I'm talking about that is something that comes up. Either selenium, solarium, one of those. He mentioned you want to get, and you want to watch like with the crypto and the Bitcoin, there might be more than one type or more than one company. You want to make sure it's reputable and the company you get it from. Don't just buy any just to begin it. Because I've been looking, and I've seen some bad things about some crypto people. So they've lost money with it, or it's gone down since Nipsey physically left. But he's talking about it. But right now he's saying it's raining coins, and he mentioned the silver before he mentioned the gold. So something must be going on right now with silver. It must have gone down in price, or I guess it depends on where you get it, because that's what he told me to tell you. So I'm giving you that little bit for free, and that's all I'm going to give you for free. Okay. So you can research it and see what you find and let me know. Oh boy. I should have written it down. I've been looking at this shit all day. He was saying this to me. Let me tell you the names he mentioned. He mentioned Dr. Louis Pasteur. He brought up to me again Dr. Boyd E. Graves, the one I knew and highly respected, who's a medical doctor and in the military. He is the black man, and I see now a lot of this shit I've been looking for. They have erased. They've wiped YouTube. They don't want you all younger people to know about this shit. It's hard to find it. Dr. Boyd E. Graves, he created a flow chart for HIV and AIDS. He said that they've infected him, and he actually tried to sue. He started a lawsuit against the U.S. government and said the military created this virus to kill black people. And the CDC was connected with it. And there's a patent on HIV, and there's a patent on the cure. Now, this cure is not available, but there is a true patent on it. And I used to talk to him on the phone, and I noticed that once he started telling this and he wrote a book, strange things started happening to him. And he told me that he was outside, he was walking down the street one day, he said, and one of their agents shot him with a dart gun. He said it was a sharp gun, and at the end, it shot out a dart. He said at the end of the dart, it had the virus on it. And when it hit him, they shot him and it hit his body like shooting like a gun. He said that's when he came up infected, after he got shot with that dart gun. And I'm listening, I didn't say anything because I never really heard of the shit. Because that sounds like some Mission Impossible shit. But we see spies have things like that. Those things are real. And then, like other weird shit, like he lost his job. Nobody wanted to hire him. They discredited him. And then the black community refused to accept him. I think he might have been dealing with some Muslims as a while, and some black people did let him speak. But when they found out he was a homosexual, but this man was fucking brilliant, and he knew his shit, and he could break it down in the origins of HIV and AIDS. And they didn't care because he was a homosexual and turned on him, but I didn't. And I just sent him money when I could. He would ask for donations because basically his whole reputation was ruined. He had no jobs, no money. He might have had SSI, but that was about it because he had the virus. And he said, even though he was homosexual, he didn't have it before that when he started to break this stuff down and study it. Because even some of the stuff he would try to explain to me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I don't even have the level of education that you have to basically comprehend your theory, and then you're proving it. So I need you to help me. And he's like, I wrote a book. And the book, even the book is hard to find. All right, Susan, tell me I only got one donation, so I'm not going to stay here long. If you all don't want to donate, the people that have not donated, I'm not going to keep telling you all this information. So I'm going to keep this short because you're not going to keep playing with me. Because I have to go through a lot, and it's a lot of drain on my body just to channel this information that they're bringing to me. And Aaron Carter wanted everybody to know, even though a lot of you consider him white trash or white junkie, I don't. He's brilliant to me, and I have a lot of respect for him. And the stuff this man is saying doesn't sound like a washed out junkie to me, even though in his body he was a lot of the time. This guy's brilliant because he was at the party with all of the executives that was fucking over him and using him, but he was in the seat of power. Although they were in the seat of his ass and using him, he would talk to some of the most brilliant people and have secret homosexual sex and group sex with people that were leaders and owned companies at Silicon Valley, as well as ran Hollywood. Top executives that ran Hollywood, banking, finance, anything you needed, any car dealers, Ferraris, Bentleys, anything you wanted on a higher level. This man had access because a lot of them do weird shit, or they like men, or they get high and then will justify doing things they're ashamed of. Don't want nobody to know when they're getting high. And he might have ate with them as well, sat down, talked with these people, just listening, being in the company of greatness and all this money on those levels. But he said they're secret. They've taken an oath and they're devil worshipers. And they like children. It reminds me of Chucky. I can't get that out of my head. When you see Quavo and them there before Takeoff was shot, I didn't know what the fuck that was, but I thought maybe somebody, because it looked like a big doll, or I thought somebody was dressed up like Chucky. But the more I kept looking at the video when they arguing, Quavo was arguing with somebody before the shooting, it's a gigantic doll of a Chucky with some bright orange ass hair. It looked just like Chucky, bad, nasty looking, perverted killer ass. Somebody had a giant Chucky doll at that gambling party, and I see the Chucky up there at the around Aaron Carter, around these execs. They have all of these entities and demonic entities around them to do their dirty work, as well as to protect them and make them very wealthy. And he's bringing up the planet Saturn, Uranus, and Mars. And he's saying that there is an entity that caused them to do a certain amount of sacrifice, murder, and mayhem to give them the rights and the authority to control the planet. They've made agreements, even presidents, people high in these realms, with ETs, extraterrestrials. And one of these ETs looks just like a ghost. Like everything is white on it. The skin's white, the face white, but it's got blacked out eyes and a black mouth. It actually reminds me of the cartoon Casper the Friendly Ghost, with a white cape. And underneath, thank you for the donation. Somebody just donated me. Thank you, baby. Underneath this planet that's holding it up is these black beings. They're jet black and they're shaped like humans. So these must be some our ancestors that actually rule this planet and rule other planets, galaxies, dimensions, and on the sun and the moon. And because it just looks like a big red planet right now. So I'm wondering which planet looks red. Is it Mars or is it Saturn? Because it's really red And we know Saturn is also Satan. So he's telling me that these are satanic agreements and extraterrestrial agreements for these particular people that rule, the small percent that rule the bottom. Okay, so he mentioned Dr. Louis Pasteur. He mentioned Aaron Russo. These are people you need to watch. I couldn't even find it. It's not up here, where Aaron Russo was sharing, because he's friends with David Rockefeller, or the son Rockefeller. And he was talking about, this was like 20 years ago when I knew about all these things. And he was talking about, they were laughing and bragging about bringing in a new world order, chipping people, killing people, reducing the population, and that they were basically sheep. We were sheep and didn't know what was going to happen. And they said they have to bring in this new world order to maintain power. He brought up Dr. Fauci. Who is the other one he brought up? This is stuff that I really don't feel comfortable sharing. These are things, some of these things y'all don't have to look up, because oh boy, I don't even like talking about this shit in public. I already have enough problems. I have to deal with these entities, and this is information they clearly don't want you people to know, this generation here. And a lot of you don't research it and read anyway. And you'll listen to somebody tell you this, but you don't want to read and know it for yourself. So it's only so much I could do, unless I'm doing private videos and you're coming to pay for the private lectures. There's a lot of stuff I'm not going to say, but I know he was on the money when he started saying that shit. And I'm like, I know exactly who you talking about. And he knew I knew. And he was like, tell the people, warn the people. He said, because these same ones set me up and did this to me. Fauci. Who is the other one? It's another doctor. Okay, Robert Gallo. Fauci. And you can look up, but I can't even find his information because I was going to share it with y'all. I looked on here. YouTube has wiped it clean. Dr. David Horowitz. He's the one that exposed this, and he's also an author. They got rid of him. They started, almost all his shit on YouTube is gone. I only found it when I Googled it. So you better get it while you can, because they wiping this shit. They don't want you young people to know a goddamn thing, and a lot of y'all don't. But y'all concerned about these rappers that you don't know, that don't speak to y'all, that ain't trying to have no kind of relationship with y'all, that done took their oaths. And if you tell them, don't sign this contract, this will happen to you, that will happen to you, they'll laugh at you and call you a conspiracy theorist and a dumb motherfucker. I'm finna sign it to get this money. They don't study. They don't want to know. I saw this younger person and it blew my mind. Put a comment on Facebook, all these people talking about, and I think this person is in their 20s. All y'all talking about when a rapper get killed or entertainer get killed, it's y'all come up with conspiracy there's just a sacrifice. Get the fuck up out of here. Y'all know what y'all talking about. People click and like on it. And the first thing I was thinking, I said, I wonder, has this young person actually done study on the occult and the music industry, and listen to the other artists that have actually shared things I've said and other people said about the sex parties, the homosexual initiation oaths, the contracts, gematria, the study of the numbers of the elite, the number system of the elite. Probably, I'm sure she did not, because if they had studied that, they would see it's not a conspiracy. And this stuff has gone back to even Egypt and Rome, pederasty, where you had certain elite in Rome taking the children from their mother, teaching them music and raising them and raping them as little boys, old men that like little boys. Old niggas. And there were even black homosexuals that they don't want to talk about from Africa and from Egypt and different cults of them. And they like little boys. And in the temple of Set, like little boys. And so what you're seeing is basically this is New Rome. But these people don't look this stuff up, but they're giving their opinion, because you can't conceive it and you can't see spiritually, and you're not a psychic and you're not a medium, nor are you investigating. So they'll say this is conspiracy, but a lot of this shit is not conspiracy, especially when it comes true. And you can start verifying that it happens over and over and over. Oh, they just choose to shoot black rappers and murder black rappers. Nobody's getting murdered in any level of entertainment, no race of people but black men. But we're conspiracy theory. We see this shit now happening even after more and more and more. And I noticed since Nipsey was assassinated, it has gone downhill. And I told you it was going to happen after that and bring that energy in. And it's just really sad because this is not supposed to be. It was designed this way. And I'm listening to this white man, Aaron Carter, who is a junkie, but naturally very intuitive, and who actually gets high, like a lot of people get high, and their third eye explodes. All their glands explode, and they can see things and hear beings talking to them because they're open to anything and anybody. That's why some people like to get high, to try to reach nirvana and open up their third eye and expand their psychic ability. And then he started talking about adrenochrome. And he was saying this was still harvested from children and you don't know it. He said that stuff hasn't slowed down. He said this happens in Asian countries, Chinese countries, Philippines, different parts of Europe, and different parts of Africa. And the United States. He says like an underground railroad where they need this, and they need the blood of young children in certain organs. And basically, he said adults too. Certain men or women, they look for a certain race, or not really race, like they're taught. They teach us to see it. They look for patterns and DNA and ethnic mixtures and groups, and certain deities speak through blood of particular bloodlines and say they will target certain adults and people of color. He's especially females. And then he started talking about the epithelial tissue. You see what I'm saying? That's why I ignored that person and blocked them, because I'm not going to listen to you about the racial shit. This man is off the chain. He talked about the epithelial tissue of the umbilical cord and the uterus. He talked about the epithelial tissue. It's just like a skin, and the flow of oxygen and nutrients through the and in the umbilical cord, and why they like to take it. And they don't teach so-called Black women the significance, and you don't fucking know. So when you have a baby, you let them take it because you don't know no motherfucking better. You think they're going to throw it in the trash or burn it because they don't discuss it with you. And if you ask them, they'll tell you it's just waste. But it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. He said that's why they like to take children, rape them, get them full of fear, raise the levels of fear because it produces more adrenochrome in the brain, and take it and then slaughter the child and consume the child. And they like to take the entrails of the child as well as all of the glands and the blood. Go in the brain and take that in the spinal cord, some bone and some eye. But to slaughter, get a woman pregnant, actually grow the babies, do incestuous rapes, or keep them like animals. They breed them and genetically alter and breed them and get them, induce them in fear to have birth or cut them open. Is very brutal and very barbaric. A lot of these women, when they're tired of using them as breeders, they kill them that way. And they basically butcher them with the stomach laying open. He said, but the crown jewels, one of the main crown jewels, is not just the central nervous system, the brain, the eyes. They like to consume hearts whole. It's the baby and the umbilical cord. He said the penis, the head of the penis, the foreskin that they do in I mean, he went deep. And I'm just listening with my mouth open. I'm like, wow, you're smart. He said, I remember this because this is the things they used to discuss. And sometimes they thought I was too high to know, or I'm eating like I'm coming down off a high. They're talking around me. They let me talk. They let me listen. He said, and I didn't say anything. I played high and just dumb and drunk. He said, and I saw this for years. He said, and they have charts on this. And the reason he brought up Dr. Fauci and Dr. Robert Gallo, because he said, okay, he said, you have to watch the words, because when they show the founders, they found what the HIV virus was, and when these people were getting sick during Rock Hudson's era, and when they had the gay men in San Francisco, they were injecting them with some type of shot, and then it was like a Trojan. They were talking about it, a Trojan horse. And speaking of that, you see this thing keeps coming up about the horses, where Nipsey's baby mama was on a Trojan horse, and then that horse Apollo, named him Apollo for that ritual, also dealing with Apollo going up in space. So you're dealing with the twins, the male and the female Roman gods, and the female is a hunter and a killer. And then we're dealing with the anniversary of Apollo Gemini, or Apollo 9 Gemini. One of the main men, I don't know if he was an astronaut that went up with the Gemini program, just died like a month ago. So we're in the season of Gemini twins. And we know now that Aaron Carter is a twin, which would be dealing with the Gemini twins and Kanye. And then did somebody tell me, I'm not sure, is Takeoff a Gemini? Takeoff Quavo, one of those Migos is a Gemini, which would be one twin turning his back on the other. So we see the twins opposing each other. We see the twins opposing each other. And then look, we're dealing with twins. When I said that the demon I saw in the sex party with Aaron Carter is twin bulls for the Red Bull commercial, which we're also dealing with Taurus energy, dealing with the bull. But also I seen an old advertisement of pictures was two rams going head to head. And that would also represent Satan, Lucifer, dealing with the two horns, the Baphomet. And then the two bulls, what you're dealing with, the two bulls going head to head with the yellow sun. So that's the illuminated one, the light bringer, bringing light to you, which shows me that's been an initiated company. That's a company that's been blessed over by demonic energy and Lucifer, the light giver, because the sun is in between the two bulls going head to head. And bringing that energy down to cause people to want that drink and get addicted to the drink with the entities that are on the drink. And so that means it's demonic, because I saw that entity getting out of, and a group of demons possessing Aaron Carter. He let me see that demon. That demon is very hot, very intense, and very sexual, and turn niggas out. Turn women's out too, because they want to control him and fight him and possess him, but then they will go head to head with the woman. Did I tell y'all I saw them fighting, and I saw he was in that house, he was arguing with a woman, and they got into it, helped to get him high and staged him in there. Because somebody tried to say, no, he went in the house in the swimming pool. Well, the news, and I watched it today, said he was in the house in the goddamn bathtub. And it's a black man that's his neighbor that was friends with him. Said he tried to help. The woman came to the door, told him to go away, was very nasty, and slammed the door in that black man's face. And she wouldn't let no neighbors come in there and help that man, while Aaron Carter laid up there dead. See, they want to make sure he was dead first, goddamn it. That's what he told me. He was murdered. He was set up. He said, I didn't kill myself. So I don't know what the autopsy is going to reveal, or how long that man was laid up there like that, because he said, I did not get in there and drown myself. He came up as a ten of swords. He said, which I know he was murdered. I don't know if they're going to tell it or keep it on low. So he's telling me this, and I'm looking at all these symbols. Then he said, when you see Okay, a disease come up. And they bring a scientist out and a researcher say, God damn, why these people keep calling me? Said a doctor, a research doctor, some scientists will say they have isolated a particular type of cancer. They done isolated a particular type of virus or HIV strain, and they actually founded it and identified what it is so they can then create the cure. He said, if they say that this is the founder of it, he said that's also one of the creators. He said that's when they saying that, and he said Fauci dirty. He said dress up like a woman and hate black people. Real racist. And they got a repopulation reduction list. That's, Lord Jesus. Said this also come from a polio strain. He said where it was contaminated, where people get a certain type of cancer. Allegedly, this is a reading, allegedly in the spirit, but see, it's not allegedly because I looked it up. And it's a lady researcher that she was getting funding to do research, and she warned doctors that this was going to happen if they did not clean up this shot. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because I might have to end this right now because I have to watch what I say on here. This came up in the 90s, maybe 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And they took her funding and tried to destroy her because she was trying to warn doctors about people getting sick. They did not want to hear it back then. And her reputation was, I forgot, I got to go back and give you the name of this lady. This is not me saying this. This really happened. This lady doctor that was a researcher, she found the connections, and they did what they could to destroy this lady. This is what he was telling me, and I started looking at it, and I found what he was saying. He said, Black people better watch out because there's going to be, he said, and especially in Atlanta/Atlantis, but all the major cities in the United States where Black folks is, and these bisexual Black men messing with men and leaving the country, messing with men and women out of the country, coming back in the country, messing with men and women, secretly doing these sex parties. He said there's going to be a real bad explosion again with these sexually transmitted diseases. He's saying that's the main one that's going to come up. But because he says it's going to be a different type of strain, because it's going to be mixed with other STDs and syphilis and gonorrhea. He's saying these Black men so nasty, and a lot of these Black women are so nasty. A lot of these Black women got children, and he said a lot of these Black men and women are husbands and wife and be eating out of people butt together. And a lot of these Black women help they men's get men's, sleep with them without a condom, and love watching they men have sex with a man or transsexual and don't use no condom. And then they like to have sex. A lot of women's be in love with gay men's and transgender women. That's what he said. But chicks with dicks don't like for them, especially they got a big long penis. This is what Aaron told me. And he said a lot of these Black women just as disgusting and nasty. And they are either taking PrEP, so they think they cannot pass it, or some of them are not taking it, he said, and they move through a lot of these younger Black gay men. Some of these women take this satanic oath, this death oath ritual or rite of passage where they want to get infected. He said he's seen it, and he said he slept with some Black men before. He said he wasn't a racist person. He said, well, they've been in a room with different races. He mentioned Asian, Black. Latin, like Mexican, said that, hey, it was no holds barred when they do these shows. And I'm listening to this, and he said it's happening right now. And these people are going to be falling dead, and they're going to have diseases, these sexually transmitted diseases, where a hybrid mutated strains that the CDC is not going to give you anything for or be able to control. Why? Because they don't want to. And then he knows that when they get out here, these strains, and these people start having sex with anybody and pulling over on the highway, meeting folks on the highway, seeing somebody you think is attractive, pulling over, meeting them out in the park or going to the motel or something just to have a quick experience. Don't speak to them no more. Don't see them no more. He said a lot of these people are not on meds to protect them. They're not on PrEP to protect them from passing it or receiving it. And then he's saying that they're going to mutate. So they're going to mutate so bad that there's not going to be a cure. It's going to get out of control. Even people's babies and stuff while they're pregnant or getting pregnant are going to pass this to the children. Some of these children are going to come out blind or with different deficiencies, and they won't have a shot or medicine for them because it's a mutated strain that will be new, that they have not isolated and studied. They know the variations. That's what Aaron is saying. The variations could go any way depending on the ethnic group and the blood type and the DNA structure of the person. Now, this is kind of weird, but I guess it's not, because the first person that brought the monkeys in here was Nipsey. And he brought the one from, what is name, Molly Mall in Vegas, and it was told me it was a species of macaw, a macaw monkey, the cute little one that was sitting on Nipsey's arm. And then people started finding pictures of Molly Mall with a macaw like on the arm, and the monkey was telling me how abusive Molly Mall was. Molly Mall on dope, got a real bad split personality. Be nice 1 minute, then beat your ass the next, and lock women's in room where they couldn't get out, and prostitute them. And they get out of line, I want to tell on him. We done bust them in the nose, bust them in the mouth, got them pregnant. He will got them pregnant, pay for the abortion, or pay for them to fix their broke nose. And he real sadistic, hates women, like to beat them and hit them, especially if they pretty, like to hit them in the nose, hit them in the eye and mouth, and then lock them in the room where they can't get out. This monkey telling me and Nipsey stuff. Nipsey's like, you gotta hear this, you gotta hear this. And then I seen it. A lady went on Tasha K a couple of years ago after Nipsey told me this. It was after he said it to me and I did the reading, not before. So nobody can say this where I got it from. She just confirmed a lot of stuff I've said. The lady sat there and talked about how he did it to her. And some other woman had said it as well. I couldn't believe it. This monkey said it. Even though like the monkey was talking, but it wasn't like speaking English, but it was also talking to me telepathically. The monkeys is in this right here. Monkeys came in here with Nipsey and goddamn it, Aaron Carter. The monkeys also brought the goddamn it monkeys in here because he got that game with his mama. I think they business partners, or I know the mother's going to be one of the, I'm sure she's going to be one of the beneficiaries of his business because they might be partners in that business. What is it, apes in space? Them apes out of space that told me they got that up there in that NASA lab up there and creating these genes, mutations, and splices and viruses up there that came down here. The monkey done told me the apes in space. And that ties into what I told y'all about the planets of the apes and what Nipsey said and how the monkeys come talk to me. They back in here with Nipsey Takeoff and Aaron Carter, and he's telling me the monkeys know it, and the monkeys talking to me in the lab because these viruses, I'm telling you, he said they did a sheep fluke, they did a cow fluke, a pig fluke, and they mixed it together with that other virus and shot them monkeys like that, and then said, where HIV come from? It come from a monkey. Yeah, but where the monkey get it from? Them shooting them like that. In the lab, the monkeys told me they down here with the CDC. They live in the lab, and there's different species of them. Some big ones. What is that? A chimpanzee, the ones that could stand up and be as big as a man or tall as a man, but they stronger than the average man, average human. Could tear your head off. Your aunt told that. Remember that a few years ago? That white lady had that chimpanzee. I think it was big like a man, and it was her friend lived in the house, and he tore her whole face off. She pissed him off, and then she told me sometimes she break off some goddamn Xanax and put that in the monkey tea or coffee. The monkey's sitting there like a human being sipping tea up there with her. I don't know if he got upset because that wasn't the usual amount, and she was kind of hold back on the dope, jumped up, whooped her ass, tore her face off. They had to put it back on. I seen them. They stand up and got more sense than a human. Could sit there and follow you, and you think they not looking. Watch you program your security system, goddammit. Or any other kind of lock, and where you put your key. Go up there and get the keys. If they could drive, goddamn, it'll go up there and get the duplicate of the goddamn key. And you don't know the motherfucker got the key, and I went up there and put your security code back on where you think motherfucker ain't been out the goddamn house. I think she let that chip ride in the car. It's sitting there like a human riding around and shit. I might have let it drive a few times. Might have got in the car and went through them different cones to get his driver license. He might have had one goddamn car. He could sit up there and do everything that lady do. And then he jumped on her that day. And she got a phase transplant. They in here telling me that this stuff is man. You see why I ain't want to repeat this here? This man is telling me they're doing this right now. You're going to see mostly people of color, Black, Mexican, Latin, Indian, people that are classified as non-white. That's what he told me. This is what this white man told me. They already got this program, and it's already moving through Atlanta. He said they're moving through the entertainment industry because that's where he heard it at when he was getting fucked by these elite. He said they all at the top know the game plan. They all know what it is. And he says people of color inside these groups, but they don't see themselves like you, and they're not going to tell you because they want to be up there with the elite, the chosen few, the chosen one. They have turned on their own groups of people, their own ethnic group, their own race. They not finna warn you because they will be killed and they will be excised from the group. And a lot of them already paid for their space pad. They got property up there. They already got land up there and shit, water, food, store where they can go live up there. That's where they're going, goddamn it. That's where a lot of them can already go up there and visit and see if they like it and make it very expensive. They're gonna turn this into a wasteland. Destroy it, the crops, the water, the food, and let people stay stuck down here. And it's going to be like a Mad Max Thunderdome type of a situation. But they're moving Mad Max Thunderdome and the Terminator. Where they deliver, and what that called the Hunger Games. You better get ready. And certain areas you better move because I'm telling you where the niggas at. Where the broke niggas that depend on food stamp and SSI and the ramen noodles and bullshit and goddamn it Reese's Pieces and goddamn it freezer cup and in the inner city. Within them zones, certain zones going to be infected. Did anybody donate to me? Because this, I don't feel comfortable with what this man is saying. I don't really feel comfortable repeating this in public. But if you really in the know, I've known this for 30 years. My mother was preaching about this when I was 10. Because of the circles, the religious circles and the occult circles she was in, with the preacher she was taught under in California, they've been knowing. And when you read the Bible and look at Revelation, that's what they was teaching from, along with inside of these circles having higher spiritual knowledge because of the beings they were talking to. It's a lot of so-called preachers you see that are undercover Satanists. They walk on both sides. They walk in the dark and the light. I've heard this as a little kid. And William Cooper, Behold the Pale Heart. We've been knowing. So I don't really like talking about that. I don't feel safe talking about it. I think after this, I'm not going to get into this no more, but I just wanted to get into it for the people that's talking about what you're reading a junkie white boy for, that ain't contributed to society. You ain't been around them. You ain't been around them a long time just because that man on drugs. You can't speak on nobody because they on drugs. You don't know about their life, and some of the most brilliant people I have talked to be drug addicts or people that I have met, hobos and drunks in the street begging for something to eat, and sit and talk to them. You find out this motherfucker got a PhD, but something in their life happened and they end up snapping, and they lost their job as a professor working at a college, university or something, and now they out begging and with long, all kind of gray shit around their face, dirty toenail, old bent up shoes, and you don't know that person got more knowledge and degrees than you. Something happened to them, or they snapped and on dope. I'm listening to this man talk to me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what color he is. I'm finna listen to what the fuck he gotta say because this motherfucker is brilliant. And then he done sat here around all these elite people like the fuck boys. Some of the top people, computer programmers, computer analysts, developers of software and technology that basically run this whole system that you in. These are the same people he's sitting there eating with that done fucked him in the man. And they make the top movies that you admire, as well as some of these singers and entertainers and rappers and shit that do this, and they get a lot of power from blood of children. They know the sacred. Let me tell you something that you women don't know. If you take the sac, the placenta sac, and the umbilical cord, because they have taught us not to respect it and respect our body and know what we are and who we are. When they cut that, you need to go look at a picture of it. Because when you look at that placenta, it looks like what? The Kabbalah, the Jewish tree of life, and the tree of knowledge and good and evil. There's a tree of life, and there's the other one. I'm probably saying it wrong, pronouncing the Quilpath, the dark side, the tree of death. And you are truly a god, a goddess, and a life giver and bringer. And that is the nutrients that carry the oxygen and the food from the mother and the blood to the baby as it's developing. And you can take it, clean it, take the blood out of it, dry it, powder it, capsule it, and eat your flesh. Bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh, instead of throwing that placenta away and letting them have it. And you can actually sign for it and have the right to get it back after you have the baby. You can do ritual. I know women have done herbs in it and planted it under a tree for protection of the child you just gave birth to and protection of yourself, as well as eat it. Take the blood out of it, do sacred rituals, which, because you are the divine witch, you give life, you can have an abortion to take life, you can sustain it. And y'all be surprised how a lot of people will do witchcraft on a woman that's pregnant, see her baby, get jealous, and do witchcraft on the baby, and you wonder why the baby will have a hard time, stay sick, colicky, why you have a hard time. And when the child gets older and develops, become a beautiful little boy, a beautiful woman, beautiful young baby, they know it's going to be a beautiful woman, will try to take its life and destroy it and do black magic, and the mother don't even do rituals. One of my friends, and that's what I told her to do, and she started studying to see. She did magic during her whole pregnancy. She knew the birth date when she wanted to conceive, because that's a true birth date. When she wanted to conceive her child and get pregnant, she knew when the child was going to be born, because she picked the birthday and the date when it developed, they're alive. They tell you it's alive when you give birth to it. No, it's alive in your womb. It don't just come alive. It don't be dead in your womb and it come alive when you give birth to it. She knew the date it was going to be born, because you can tell your children when you want them to come out. She knew the name of the child. She studied Judaism to decide what she wanted the child to be. She knew the personality. We were reading and talking to the child in her womb. She was doing black magic because her mother had been like mine and tried to destroy her and put on the street and attack her whole life. And other people try to do constantly dirty shit to her because she's beautiful. And they're jealous of her because she's brilliant. And I said, you better do this. Because we don't want the child injured or you injured, or to be butchered like I was and be damaged and almost die and be crippled like I was, until I found a doctor to fix it. And she says, no, I don't want that. And she was into heavy protection and uncrossing and reversals every week. We did rituals every day. We have to do this every day. And her pregnancy was beautiful. She only gained a little bit of weight. She don't even look like she had a baby. She looked like a Barbie doll. The baby came out healthy and beautiful. She had a swimming pool, a water, or special pools they have. She had the baby in water, and she stood up and pushed her baby down, and she called me. I couldn't believe it. It was absolutely beautiful and amazing. And she was able to hold that baby. And when they cut the umbilical cord, she had that baby on her. They didn't take it and give her to another room. I'm getting chills right now. And you know what? They gave her the placenta and the umbilical cord as she did her magic, which was something I didn't know. I had stupid ass, jealous ass, ignorant ass women around me, and I didn't know. And they took all this stuff, and I was in the hospital, heard all of these so-called black women, young, laying there while black, dirty ass fucking bitches that was nurses was talking to them and talking to me. Oh, that's all y'all do. Y'all just get babies and come back down here, and that's what you'll do. And I'm like, you're not talking to me. This is something I never want to experience as long as I live. They're pushing their stomachs to push the ones that had natural births, pushing the placenta out, tell them to push, and they're bleeding, and they're moaning because it's so painful. These some dirty black bitches, some older black bitch nurses, and they had them like on a fucking slave ship, a slave plantation, humiliating, degrading them because they did something that's one of the most beautiful and natural things: give birth to life, have the tree of life, the Kabbalah in their womb, and they don't even know, and they're shitting this out. They're telling them to push this out. This is filth and waste, and they're taking it from them. That's why whoever's listening to me that's pregnant right now or is going to be, I'm telling you what the fuck to do. And that's the only magic I'm going to give you in public for free. I'm not giving you no more of this game for free in public, because this is not safe for me. And y'all not donating to hear this type of vagina power science, goddammit. You don't know. You don't know who the fuck you are. You don't know what the fuck you are. You don't know about the sacred geometry that you carry in your womb. If you want to know more, you can hit me. We'll do a private class. I'm already giving you too fucking much. And the ones I'm giving it to you don't understand it. And this was this white boy, this white man, they said when that but a fucking junkie. That's what he started to add to what I'm, because I already know that in the vagina power, I had just been too sick and poisoned. I had been sick in my house, literally housebound and poisoned since 2012, when that nigga from D Health Store poisoned me. And I'm like a stupid bitch, not wanting to believe this when a couple of my friends said maybe he's doing this to you, because you didn't get sick until he went out on his own and you started taking this shit from him. And now this man is letting you look like a fucking blowfish by the head, swole up, your neck is swollen, your glands are swollen, your body's swollen, where you look like you weigh about 300 pounds and like you're an eater and you're not eating. It's just full of fluid within 24 hours of going to LA and taking this shit from him after I taped the Taj Point show in LA at Comedy Central. This nigga poisoned me. And I'm still not wanting to believe this, and they believe that he did this, and I'm still supporting it up until the beginning, the first quarter of 2013, and I kept getting bigger, and I said, I'm not taking this no more because I think he did it. because that never happened to me before. I've literally been sick and housebound since 2013. So I had to step back. I almost died several times behind that shit. And I'm still suffering some of these side effects from that. Plus, now finding out I was in here with the mold in this house. That's what it was. And doctors looking at me and saying, we don't know what's wrong. I said, you know what? This is some black magic. This nigga, they could have put a curse on that shit and gave it to me. And when I spoke to the health department in California, there was bacteria in it because he was letting illegal aliens be in the garage of his house where his cars are, not an FDA approved lab, putting ground up herbs in capsules that he was getting from China, India, places he couldn't verify it was organic and clean, like D Herbs, when he was with D Herbs. Their stuff is legitimate. Then he wanted to throw you off and create a company called D Health Store to try to compete with D Herbs and then confuse you so you wouldn't buy from D Herbs, which the original company he helped built with his friends. They knew each other from high school. He started embezzling money from them and started lying and setting them up. They got rid of him, found out what a liar. He was a good hype man, a good salesman, and a big liar, but was really a liar and an untrustworthy person. And when they found out he was embezzling money, they fired him. He then comes to me, comes to other people, asks us to, he's like, I'll pay you to sponsor me and promote the herbs. And I said he was the victim. And I believed him. Even though I was warned that he was a big liar, he was saying they were lying. He's such a good liar. I really didn't know what or who to believe. And I see they were right about him. He's no good. And he's a liar and deliberately poisoned me, then said I got swollen and sick because I was a whore. I don't know any prostitute that would get sick like I did from sucking dick. Especially, he said I was a prostitute for 20 years, up until 2012, 2013. If that's the case, you can see my 2006 videos from public access where I shot live shows on my TV show, Alexis K. Tyler Vagina Power. Never been sick a day in my life. Never been swollen a day in my life. So as I was prostituting for 20 years, why I never looked like that prior to me taking his fucking herbs? And then people could have bacteria in them, digging their ass or anything, mix it up and give it to you, and then put a demon on it, put a sickness, try to put a death spirit on it. Because they tried to take me the fuck up out of here. So I'm seeing this shit. And I wasn't able. I had to stop teaching Vagina Power. Because I really saw a lot of people resented me for naming my show Vagina Power and teaching about the spirituality of the pussy and the dick and sperm and the reproductive organs, and wanted women to hate themselves. Oh, a lot of these men were secretly gay and bisexual and hated me saying that, because I had gay men taunt me, threaten me, and email me. Well, what about booty power? What about boy pussy power? I'm like, I don't even attack gay people. I don't even insult or hate gay people or compete with gay men. I did not know that a lot of gay men felt like that about women and were extremely angered and offended that I taught about vagina power. I did not say there wasn't dick power, nut power, or ass power. Because a lot of people like to get fucked in the ass. A lot of women like to get fucked in the ass. A lot of men like to get fucked in the ass. I don't speak against that. If that's what you like to do, that's you. I just had never heard anybody say vagina power, nobody teach about it. And I saw all these women being played around me, grown women with all types of education and degrees with high-paying jobs, but were mentally and emotionally deficient when it came to self-worth, self-respect, and picking the right types of men. Most of them were abused or lonely and single. A lot of Black women in Atlanta still are the most successful, educated ones. A lot of them can't find a man on their level, so they'll take what they can get because they don't want to be without a Black man. So a lot of them will just put up with shit or have sex partners, and niggas ain't shit. A lot of these niggas ain't shit. Okay? So I couldn't really get into those things. And I noticed when I would get into some of the things I just told you, men and women would get very angry with me and didn't want me to share the knowledge that my ancestors and obviously the tribe I came from, and the old knowledge and the old way from certain women. And I'm going to make a statement, and I don't care how you take it. All so-called Black women or women of color are not meant for this knowledge. They evil, They backstabbing, they self-hating, they hate other women, they two-faced, they're destructive against other women. They don't want nobody to have nothing but them. And they don't have the spiritual intellect and intuition to even conceive what the fuck I'm talking about. Their mind is locked in the third dimension. And that's why they always get men to fuck over them, because they only see everything as physical. They don't even have a spiritual mind or the ability to go deeper and realize that everybody is a spirit being. But there are different levels of spirit beings, and everybody is not gifted to see and hear. And they don't see and hear the same things, and cannot comprehend the spiritual information to program the genetic nation to stand in vagina power. They are children of a lesser God and children of the devil. So they're only concerned with money and material wealth that will wither and turn into ashes and blow like the wind. Only you can use it while you're here. And then you go back to the dust and you're nothing. Everyone is not that. You're walking, talking gods and goddesses and carrying gods and goddesses when you conceive, and you don't even know. But a lot of you naturally woke up like I did, because there's no human being on this planet that can say they taught me. My teachers are out of body based on my bloodline, and there are a lot of you that are just like me. Unfortunately, it's the minority and not the majority. That's why you have to leave some of these black bitches alone that believe they niggas. You have to stay away from them and start listening to them, because they're a detriment to your health. And even people like my mother that are intuitive and are gifted, you can't be around every woman that's intuitive or gifted, because some of them are so sick and self-hating and twisted in the head. When they see you have the same gift or more gifts than them, they want to be the only one. So they will lead you down a path of destruction. If you listen to them, think they are like the sun and illuminating you and bringing you light, which will ultimately lead you to a dead end of death. You have to be careful who you listen to, because they might have certain knowledge and entities on them and around them. There'll be an agent and a demon in disguise. Just like Brandy did that song a long time ago. You thought it was an angel in disguise, and it really was the devil. This man, and saying you didn't know love, you didn't see it. You thought it was something or somebody else. And it wasn't. If my assistant can tell me if anybody donated to me, because if they did not, y'all ones that's listening, you understand what I'm saying to you. I don't know why you don't have any sound, because my volume is turned up and my finger is not on. Can anybody else and everybody else, have y'all been hearing the things I've been saying? Let me know if you all can hear me. I like that when somebody said, Miss T, tell a baby, find the way to your yin and your yang. Yeah, because you don't know what you are, and they don't want you to know. So you can destroy yourself, and they can help destroy you and your babies. Okay, everybody else can hear me, so it's not my phone. Thank you, babies. I'm glad that women are here, and I hope men are here listening. Yes, my assistant just told me they can hear me. It's not me. When the person said they couldn't hear me, it's not me. I'm glad you have enjoyed this message. I've stayed here longer than I meant to, because I'm trying to tell you things, but you know I have to be careful, because they like to censor me and push me down. Thank you, Fly God. We'll just have to have a private show. And for you all that are interested in it, that want to donate for the class, we'll do that, because it's a lot of things that I know that I can't say. Thank you for the people that have donated. But she says on the 13, and I see over 700 people in here. I don't understand that. So I think I'm gonna back up off this takeoff thing. I'm gonna back, because there's a lot of other things takeoff want to say, but y'all not gonna treat me like this. I've done 2 readings on him, and now Aaron, I love it. Aaron Carter The one that just died of an overdose, I'm enjoying him. Thank you, Phyllis, but I love y'all too. I don't care what nobody say. I'm enjoying him. I couldn't believe when he started to talk to me, and we've been talking all day. I mean, he been talking now. He said, look up this person, look up that person, look up this, that. I said, damn, you know what I know. I ain't talked about it in a while. He said, tell these black people. And I said, whoa, you want me to warn them? He said, I'm not a prejudiced person. He said, you see a lot of white people only be around their white family and other white friends because that's the environment that they know and that they used to and they surrounded by. And many times the people around them don't want black people around. He said, so or in the entertainment circles, he said, when you white, they have everything divided by race. He said, a lot of opportunities black people will not get exposed to. He said, even as entertainers, they don't get exposed to unless they take certain black people in, like Kobe Bryant, you know, people like that. They don't get in there and around there because they don't, a lot of them are racists that control the system and they don't want that. It has to be a black person, a Latin person, an Asian person, depending on if they are an Illuminati family or what bloodline they got, or they got white in their family. Like Obama is related to a lot of the presidents. They all interrelated in the circle. You got to be, they trust you and you are in that circle. You can't take that back to your so-called racial group that they want to eliminate and reduce. Thank you, baby, for donating the $5. Thank you. I appreciate what y'all choose to share. That's yours, and you choose to give it and let it be mine. Thank you. They say, isn't he partner? I don't know, Miss T. Taylor, baby. I don't know, baby. He may be. I don't know if you've seen it somewhere. Show me. I don't know. I'm just becoming familiar with him. Yes, he was a beautiful little boy and a sweet, innocent little boy. Had a lot of light in him. And imagine donating to this. Oh, but you don't have to donate at all. As a matter of fact, you're not in here no more. Lakers 818. I don't even know why you over here. I'm listening and I'm very impressed with what he was saying because I know he knows what he talking about. So they labeled Aaron a lot. He was very kind. His family was so mean to him. I know, and misunderstood. And then he, you know, well, he told me he didn't start getting high. They got him on it. A lot of them grown men he was around, like they got a lot of the children on it. A lot of those. If y'all go back and look at the actress Drew Barrymore, she talked about it. And I think her father was in entertainment. She was a little girl and they let her be at grown people entertainment party drinking like she grown. And then it's a young lady. She was on a TV sitcom, I think Philip McKenzie. Look at her. Her daddy was fucking her for years. And he was a big time person in entertainment in Hollywood. And I'm sure she's not the only one who daddy was fucking them. She wrote a book about it. She talked about it. Oh boy. And she has to go through it. She really messed up in the head because she was in love with her daddy. Yeah, Lakers 818. Get them out of here. Lakers 818. Get them the fuck out my check. And anybody else that make a slick comment. Okay, you said what, Nadine? Ain't no lies being told over here. People listen close. Okay, yep, those Hollywood. Don't get it twisted, baby. It's not just Hollywood. I've also seen this. You're right. I think it was One Day at a Time because it was Valerie Bertinelli and then her. I think she was a sister. Her dad had been having her since she was real goddamn it young. No, it's families. I've seen that shit in black families where men fall in love with their wife and then fall in love with the daughter, fucking the mama and the daughter. That's their real biological daughter, fucking both of them. And the mamas will let it go on and then have babies by the mama and then take the babies he had by the mama, be screwing the daughter and having babies with his own daughter. And it's some of these men like to mess with their son. Going with their son. Thank you, Bulia, please forgive me. Or you break your name down ebonically so I understand how to say it. Thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. You said, is it the ninth circle, satanic circle? Well, it's more than one circle. And he said a lot of the groups, and we see that now, we understand it. They're breaking up. They broke up during race and ethnic lines. Booyah. Thank you. And it's certain things and favors they get and benefits they get that the non-whites don't unless they're a part of the circle. Oh, Lord, fly God. Your aunt did that with your cook. Lord Jesus. See, this goes on, and you will see a lot of time, not all the time, but a lot of times when you see that, they may not know it, but it's Eastern Star and Masonic and religious bloodlines that have that spirit running through there, and it will jump on particular girls and boys that they have and have a daddy or uncle or auntie around to have sex with them and ruin them, because those are the light bringers. Those children are the light bringers and the light givers, and they want to violate them and tap in through them through their ass, pussy, mouth, through trauma, sexual trauma, then infect them with demons, demonic entities. But you said Mackenzie Philip Daddy was in the mama's body. Yeah, he was a big time celebrity, and he was having sex with his daughter, and ain't no telling what else. If you say have sex with your daughter, he'd do anything, men's, women's, and I think he was on drugs and got her on it. She was real messed up about what her daddy had done. Oh, speaking, I'm glad you mentioned Queen Elizabeth, Miss Taylor, baby. Did y'all see that on the news today? Over there in, was it Tanzania, over there in Africa, a plane crashed down. What is that, Victoria? I don't know if it was Victoria Ocean, a big body of water named after one of the queens. Crashed down in there. There was a whole bunch of Africans around there. Killed about 20-something of them people in that plane. Didn't I tell y'all? Watch these airplanes, trains, buses, Amtraks, and them subway, them train stations, electric trains. Or the catastrophe. Yes, Lake Victoria. Yes, I'm sure that was named after one of them English queens, British queens. And that's also a part of a sacrifice. When they go down in places where they've taken the original African name, the indigenous name of it, and named it after one of them, those entities and them water spirits will crave certain particular blood and sacrifice. Well, I'm going to go. I've been on here longer than I tried to be here. Because like I say, these things that he was saying, he said some more shit. I ain't going to get into it over here. Nurse, yes, yeah, them nurses do it too, as well as sacrifice them babies, because they caught this nurse killing babies in the nursery. They do it here, and it was, I think it might have been over in London or one of those English countries, killing babies and trying to act like the baby in the hospital was a neonatal nurse doing it. Like they kill people. It's a movie out now called The Good Nurse. It's on Netflix, and there's people that get off on doing that, are full of demonic entities and feel like they God and like to take the life of certain infants and certain grown people, and they would do it like in these old folks' home and hospital. Like that ain't nobody listening and paying attention. You think a lot of these people, because they sick, they die in the hospital. No, somebody coming that don't like them, or they decide whoever they led to be the angel of death and sacrifice them for a particular entity or to an entity or for a purpose, and then take shit. Man, let me shut up. I'm gonna listen to what else he have to say, but like I say, there's certain stuff I can't say over here in a public forum, but he went real deep. Aaron Carter went real deep, and him and Nipsey, the only reason I could stay and taught him longer, because Nipsey likes him. They like gave each other dap and started talking. He real cool. He a real cool white man. And he's not like that. I would have known if he was racist or prejudiced. I could pick the shit up. And the way he was talking to me, and like we've been knowing each other. Like we buddies, a sister and brother. So that's how cool I feel with Aaron Carter. So if he ever had any black friends, if y'all can find it, goddamn it, or find a picture, goddamn it, or age or Mexico, whatever, let me know. Send me a picture, goddamn it. Because the nigga's too cool and relaxed over him. Ask me, he want me to give him something for his birthday. So since he a Sag, I can't say no. He wants something sweet, like a cake for his birthday. Or he showed me a cupcake. He said it ain't got to be big. He real humble. He said it ain't got to be big. Just give me a cupcake. He showed me what he wanted on the cupcakes. So I'm out on him just 12 goddamn cupcakes. He don't want no whole cake. And just give him the what he asked me for. I'm a design. He showed me the design and everything that he want for his birthday. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's a Sag. And his birthday is in December. So his birthday not too far away from mine. I think I might have heard him slick ask for some goddamn barbecue and collard greens, so he might. He might have some soul food before. He just seemed real chill, like real cool like that. Anyway, because I see he liked it rap. He was saying he could sing and he could rap. I'm from the trap, but I rap. Okay, he started laughing. Okay. Whew. Actually, I'm not really tired. It kind of was invigorating. And, you know, like I say, I will have to go deeper what he gave me. I'm going to write this down. I can't say all this stuff in public because it already makes me very scared. It makes me very uncomfortable to say these things. Y'all going to have to do your research. The ones that really want to survive and want to avoid a lot of this end time stuff, he said, the chip coming, the chip coming, the chip coming. More people, they're going to actually take that chip. And Nipsey said that too, with the chip and removing of paper money. They're going to go to under Biden. I forgot the name of the number and the section of this law they passed. A lot of y'all probably know. I'm going to look at them. When I come back, I'm going to tell you. Where Biden already approved like a currency, a cashless currency. That everything, if they want to, they can track and monitor you. It's coming soon. If not this year, it will be next year. Biden's already approved it. But I can't make y'all keep up with nothing you don't want to keep up with. But this is going to happen whether you keep up with it or not. Or whether you say you know it or not. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay. So Quavo. Oh, so what is Takeoff? Quavo is a Gemini. What sign is Takeoff? God damn. That's why he said that man had split personalities like that. And said one thing to one person, then right after he get his breath and lick his mouth, go over there and damn tell a lie, tell somebody else something different about the same shit, a bit like that we said, and double talk and two-faced it. That's what he said. And that's how that Gemini, one side twin said one thing and the other twin of the Gemini says another. So can somebody tell me what Takeoff is? What sign is Takeoff? Takeoff was the lamb. Yeah. Say Quavo is not a Gemini, he Aries. I thought they said Takeoff is a Gemini. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Takeoff is the Gemini. And Quavo is the Aries, the fire sign. Which would also make sense for Takeoff because he has two sides. Everybody say he was meek and quiet. He really didn't make a lot of noise. I don't think he was very popular. As popular as the other two. But on this side, he's very open and talkative, very comfortable. But then Aries, I done met some two-faced, whorish ass Aries, a female. Lie or die, look in your face and lie, and then go behind your back and suck the dick of a nigga that they said they couldn't goddamn it stand. Whorish than a motherfucker and two-faced it when it comes to women's. A female. I don't really fuck with female Aries, not Aries. Aries, goddamn it. I don't really fuck with no female Aries. But it's still Gemini season because one of them is a Gemini. Thank you. I thought so, goddamn it. What you talking about, boss lady One Nichols? Yeah, A-Reed, goddammit. Quavo's a A-Reed. Lie or die, goddammit. And real hoish. All the A-Reed women I done met is real hoish. I don't fuck with him. I don't like him lying, then go over there and hop on his dick without no damn rubber and ride it like they on one of them life rafts in the goddamn swimming pool, goddamn it, down there on the deep end. See what I'm saying? Hey, Jerisha, well, you not that type, but I mean, I ain't seen that type of you. I'm not talking about you. Just like I said, I don't really fuck with Sagittarius. They crazy and they motherfucking horse and tell lies and real freaking do anything. But I'm a Sagittarius. Do that mean I'm dirty and low down? No. Now, I'm not going to say the other part. Do that mean I'm freaking? I ain't going to discuss that. But I'm not crazy and dirty and backstabbing Sag. They done did it to me because I met a couple of other Sages that's real sweet and nice like that. Like I used to be and get fucked over and took advantage of, but still wear their heart on the sleeve and let them motherfuckers come back and fuck all over them and let their mama be dirty as hell and still take care of that bitch and get that bitch some money and shit. See, I'm not like that no more. Some of them real good and get fucked over and you might turn them bad, but I done met some dirty ass, mental ill, psychotic, Gemini-minded, like double-minded fucking Sages. And I'm like, is this motherfucker on that goddamn Xanax? Is this motherfucker up there on that what that shit is that they said that mental health medicine, goddamn it, that Prozac? This fucker crazy. Let me back up because some of them Sagittarius is crazy. And they'll be nice one minute, then that fucker go off and start hollering and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Let me grab my shit till this fucker get out my house because this fucker crazy. I don't even let Sagittarius come in my house. I can't remember the last time I let a Sag come in here. Cause what in them come up, come out, you don't know how that fucker gonna respond. If they a dark-sided Sagittarius that is not balanced, them fuckers crazy. I done told y'all that, goddammit. Even though I'm one, I'm still telling you all of them ain't alike. It's a light side, one and a dark side. I choose not to be on the dark side, goddammit, but I had to cut people off from fucking over me and stop forgiving them, taking them back, goddamn it. So I didn't say all Aries, goddamn it. See, you're an Aries. I didn't say you were Aries, Janelle. I said, goddamn it, Aries, goddamn it. You're an Aries. That's the difference, see. So that's the difference. I'm talking about you. You already been sweet to me ever since I known you, goddamn. You always been the same. Anyway. I don't trust Scorpios. They can be real sweet to you, but they dirty and real freaking and whorish and a fuck your man, fuck your wife, fuck your dog, fuck your cat, suck all kind of goddamn it dick. I want a Scorpio. I don't fuck with them neither. Yeah, them Sagittarius, you don't really know them. And them Scorpios dirty as hell and real fucking whorish and nasty and freaky. And I'm saying that even though I'm a Scorpio Sag, see. But I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. God damn it. Even though I'm a Scorpio Sag, I'm right there on the borderline of a Scorpio. See, that's not me. But I know it when I see the shit. Because I told you I have to make my hoe go in the corner and face the wall. Do a time I have to talk my hoe down. See, I don't let it come out, but I know it when I see it. I'm a Scorpio Sag, god damn it. Yeah, they's crazy. But they good to you though if you on their good side. Just don't rub them wrong. Them fuckers will hold that shit until the graveyard if they can't get you back. They'll hold that shit. Said just whole shit too. See, that's why how you think I know? I see, but I'm not telling my me though. You say you November 27. Yeah, I am too, and that is I'm you real close to Scorpio. No, I'm not no Aquarius Sag. I got a lot of Scorpio and Sag. That's really close to Scorpio. Not Aquarius. I'm not an Aquarius Sag. I guess you are. I won't know, but November 27th is not near Aquarius. That's near Scorpio and Sagittarius. Anyway, if that's what you want to be, baby, like Uncle Sam, be all you can be, baby. So if you's a goddamn it, Aquarius Sage, I'm out of it, goddamn it. We gonna rule, baby. Thank my mama and daddy for making me. Okay. I don't deal with Aries women or men. I think I'm definitely different from them. Scorpio 1028. Huh? I mean, I like Scorpios. They're very creative and sensual. Or if they have that energy. When I dealt with Scorpios as women, they're treacherous, real treacherous, but not all of them. Just when I deal with, when you make them mad and they, especially if it's about some pussy and dick shit, jealous competition, they will hold that shit until they pay your ass back. I know they'll sit up there and connive and scheme and stay close to you. Like, oh, it ain't nothing, don't worry, I accept your apology, I forget, and stab you. And then when they stab you, remember what you did to me and how you fucked that nigga. You like, that was 6 years. Yeah, I know, bitch. You were fucking little 6 years ago, bitch. I've been holding it to get your ass big. 6 years later, bitch. See, that's how they is. That's how they is. That's why I don't really trust no goddamn Scorpio guy. Especially if you know y'all done fell out, leave that ass alone. Because they'll hold the hate divine healing waters. They'll hold that shit. I'm not saying other signs don't do that shit. I just know from me dealing with Scorpio and some of them crazy ass Sagittarius has got them. Who else? Libra. Oh my God. I don't trust no Libra. They come off nice and sweet and will talk soft and shit like they harmless. Then the motherfuckers will get behind your back and talk about you like a motherfucking dog and set you, especially if you fucking them. You fucking them and they like the sex and shit. They'll try to destroy you so nobody else can't fuck you. Or try to fuck you up and jam you and have you locked in the goddamn basement down in the cellar and shit. You can't trust them. Especially, they know the law enforcement, or have somebody they can jam you up and they in all your business and shit. From now on, I will not ever fuck with a Libra nigga again. Because they gonna always act like they the victim and they talk soft. So a lot of times you trust people that talk soft and keep their voice calm and shit and be quiet because you think they nice and easy going. Man, them motherfuckers dirty as hell. God damn it. Never fuck with no Libra nigga, no mother. Yeah, the Libra male. Oh, yes, Abby. Yes. Make you want to wait till they turn their head and bust their head. They do their ass up with a hammer. Just like that nigga did, came in there and Nancy Pelosi house. Nancy, I'm home. Couldn't get Nancy, went in there and hammer time. Bust up, beat her with the hammer. Libras make you want to do that. Because they so fucking dirty. And then I act like, what did I do? What did I say? That's a lie. I didn't say. Knowing they did. I'm not talking about your parents, Alex King, and they probably didn't do that shit. Well, you probably, damn. You probably ain't did that shit. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones I got them it dealt with. I ain't saying all y'all like that. I did not say all of y'all got them it like that. Say they drop their draws. Don't they drop their draws quick? Talking about quicker than London Bridge falling down. Yeah. Like they got them down their toilet, that paper towel, the quicker, picker, upper. They drop, don't they pull their draws down real quick, goddammit. Down to their ankles over their shoe. They real fucking hoish. But then they'll talk. So I didn't do that. I didn't go over there. A big look you in your eyes. Got the same, see it make niggas like that make you want to go hammer time. Pelosi hammer time on that ass, goddammit. Big fucking like, yeah, Libra men, but you won't know it because they talk real soft and they tell you one thing and people you don't know or they don't want your friend, don't tell nobody, probably be getting them money and it would be somebody old in your family. Like the nigga was talking to my grandmama, he over there bring, because you know her fat ass liked to eat and like a few dollars in her pocket. He probably done balled up some money. Gave her the money because, you know, she was bad at folding up, putting it in her fucking bra. Putting it in her bra and went over there and took her something to eat. And she done ate and talked about me because she waited to tell me the nigga was coming up her house talking about me. Nigga waited till I got in my car and drove round down the street and round the corner. She said the nigga started talking about me. She didn't tell me that shit till later on because he was going there bribing her, probably bringing her lemon pound cake and shit and getting her a ride and buying her shit she want. Set up there. And that's another one. I don't trust her goddamn ass, a Pisces. Not a Pisces, a Pisces, goddamn it. You know what? Let me leave these signs alone. I'm gonna leave this alone. Why y'all even take me there? God damn it. Why y'all said it's sad season in this bitch. It's Scorpio sad season. It's freaking Dickens season. God damn it. Pelosi hammer time. God damn it. Them Libras make you want to do that to them. Bust them in their head with a hammer. God damn it. Fuck what Jasmine Sullivan talking about. Then she said she bust that car with a bottle, bust the window, found a bust he had. God damn it. Bust he had for Christmas, bitch. That's what on your Thanksgiving prayers on one, bitch. Fuck busting the window out their car. I bust the windows out here. Fuck all that. I'm not busting the window, I'm busting heads with a hammer. I'm doing the Pelosi, goddammit, for Halloween, goddamn. I hope they have a goddamn Halloween costume for that hammer time next year. Cause I'm gonna put that on. Cause them Libra niggas make you wanna, if I see him again, that might be where they be, goddammit. Start calling their name first, like that man came in Nancy Pelosi's house calling Nancy's name. Nancy, come on, I wanna talk. I guess he said he wanna talk to her. She must have known what it was. And he went out there and did, yeah, we some head busters. Went there and did that to Mr. Pelosi, goddammit. Is he done got out of the hospital? I wonder how many stitches he had to have or where they hit him at, goddammit. See, them Libras do that kind of shit. Them Pisces, girl, they keep up shit. And just like a goddammit Libra, girl. And then Libra supposed to represent justice and scales and balance. Not the ones I motherfucking dealt with. Can a Pisces lie? That's why I got my grandma talking about you would just lie or die. She used to say that to the other children. You just lie, die, look my ass and lie. She do it too. She said that and told them lie, like I said. My ex was coming to her, buying her stuff, probably getting her something to eat, slipping her some money in her pocket, wait till I turn the corner. And then she told me, when you left, he talked about you. I said, you just telling me that was goddamn it 2 years ago. Well, you know, I mean, you saying how he doing now. You know, I said, wow, mama, like, wow. You just now, I said, I had the feeling the spirit told me the nigga. He told me, no, I'm just going to stay here. You can go. I said, well, we came over here together. Let's leave together. Now, you know, I'm just going to stay here and talk to your grandma for a little while. And she said, that's what the nigga did. Start lying. She don't be with me no more. She don't let me touch her. She don't dress up and all that shit no more. I was like, and you didn't call me? Well, you know, I ain't want to get in it. I said, wow, but now you want to get in it? You gonna wait to tell me the nigga been sliding by your house, checking on you, balling up money so you can bottle up and put it in your left titty on your bra. Them support bras that you wear, and give you a little treat or take you to the store and shit, and give you some neck bone plate and all that, and then you sit up and talk about me, and you gonna let this, okay. All right. Don't they hold shit and make up shit and set your ass the fuck up then and like, I don't know why that happened to you. I don't know why you went over there and didn't get that job. Them people, because the nigga done went and called and act like he was a concerned customer and shit and gave a fake name and put a report out on you and said, you know, don't hire her or you need to fire her because she did this and that. Lying. Girl, man, look, I'm finna get off here. I can tell y'all about them. I like real bad and I'll look you in your eye and real calmly lie. And you be wondering why people be treating you fucked up. They went and did it. Yeah, some Sagittarius dirty than a motherfucker. Why you think I don't fuck with them? They will sell your ass out and sell you out for some dick and pussy. If they can't fuck you no more, don't want nobody fucking you but them, but they be fucking somebody else. Sit up there and treat it so can't nobody fuck you and jam your ass up. You be like, what? Why is this happening? Then you get to thinking, wait a minute, this didn't start having time fucking with this nigga right here. And they'll sit and sneak and do that shit and you can't catch them. You have to really catch, or somebody have to come forward on their ass and volunteer their ass what they been doing. Goddamn. Look, man, I like Aries, Libra, and Gem. I don't have no problem with no Leo. I like Aries, Libras, and Gems. Oh, I don't fuck with too many Geminis, man. That's my opposite. Every sign got an opposite. I don't really get along with too many of them. You have to be careful how you deal with them. Because they feel like you coming at them and they don't like the way you talking to them and shit. Them fuckers crazy too. They will snap, goddamn. So you have to watch them. If they love you, they loyal to you. Just don't make them feel like you taking them for granted or disrespecting them. Because they crazy too, goddamn. They got a mean side on them. And they don't forget shit. And you know, my dad a Gemini. People have told me how he was. So my father was a Libra. He was a person would call CP. Girl, wait a minute. wait a minute. I'm sorry. Girl, that shit made me holler because I can relate to one of them dirty motherfuckers doing that to me. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Won't they undercover? Call them people on you and then I'll sit there at your house when they come over there or call them and act like they don't know what the fuck happened or they didn't have nothing to do with that shit. Yeah. Damn, a dirty ass Virgo and a Scorpio will call fucking CPS and a dirty Sag. You see what I'm saying? Call CPS and sit there up under you. Watch that shit. Who told? How the caseworker get over here? Knowing that's the dirt them up there. Watch it to verify that the shit work they did. But still want to be up under you and fuck you and be around you and shit, girl. And it be some other shit you don't know that they paying you back for, but still want to be up under you or be your friend. Or if you dating them, still fuck you and keep control. See, that's how they keep you in line. When they think you finna leave or tie that shit undercover, call them peoples, goddammit. Set your motherfucking that. You know what? Let me get off here talking about them. See, y'all done took, man. Woo, this bringing up some bad memories, honey, about these different signs. See, some of y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. See, man, I'm finna go. I'll talk to y'all later on.